Okay, we're back. Part two of this day trading video, this live day trading video on July 22nd, 2010. First, we took a pullback trade. It hit our profit. We weren't filled, came down, stopped us out even. Too bad. And now we've got another pullback signal. We're going to try to go with the trend here and catch the next pullback. And that's 82 and a quarter. If it moves up, we'll take it up. If it cancels, that's fine. We'll wait for our next trade. 82.50. So market having the nice little early morning rally here. We'll see what it does. So basically, that's my rule. We have a cancel rule that sometimes you'll see the X which we saw earlier. But if price action touches my entry, then I will not. There will not be a cancel unless the profit target is hit without me being filled. So of course I go over all this in my day trading course, but worth noting that here, because I know I get a lot of questions about what is this when you say this and what's an EET. So I try to always say what the acronyms are. NSE is normal system entry. EET is early entry technique. That gets you into an NSE before an NSE happens, just on a faster tick chart. So then, of course, the pullback trade is the trade we're doing now, where the market moves up, it moves back down, we jump in and try to take it back up. And that some pullback trades and systems out there are based off of the fib retracements. This is not a fib retracement system, although it is worth noting that sometimes if you draw fibs, sometimes my pullback entries will be right in line with the fibs, but that's not how I get my pullback entries. So that, of course, is proprietary and is taught in my course. So pullback trade canceled. Okay, so we had a good trade. It was a one and done. We just were not filled live, so we got to find another trade. So we're just going to pause the video again. Maybe we'll wait till we come out of no zone and try to catch the first NSE out of no zone. I like to be done trading within the first 20-30 minutes, so I don't know that I'm going to wait to come out of no zone because I don't know when that's going to happen. So let's go ahead and pause the video and we'll come back here when a trading opportunity presents itself. Okay, we're back. I'm going to do something a little bit different. Our pullback trade canceled. I got a different chart up where I trade my EETs off of. And we're probably going to go ahead and take an EET. That's an early entry technique. I want to jump in at 84. Now I have a different chart up because I trade EETs off of a different chart. You'll see there's normal system entries on that chart. And that's because I don't use this chart here for normal system entries. So no zone doesn't apply, the NSEs don't apply, but I put them up there as a reference point as we can only get one EET basically per each NSE. So the EET is signaled, that's it at 84, but I'm trying to get filled. I'm not filled. So if this bar closes, which it did, I didn't get filled, I'm going to cancel because basically the trade is over. It's just about already hit its profit target, okay? So I wanted to jump in at 84. My stop loss would have been 85. Pretty good risk reward on that trade. Would have been 1-to-1, right? Risking 4 ticks to make 4 ticks, not a bad trade. I wasn't filled. That's the next trade I wasn't filled on. So it's kind of happening a lot today. That's just kind of how it is sometimes. There's a lot of good trades. We're still only 15 minutes into the opening bell, since the opening bell I should say, and there really has been quite a few trading opportunities. We were in one, we just didn't get filled for profit. When we tried to catch a couple more, we just weren't filled. So, with that said, we're going to just carry on here. Here's the first normal system entry that would have been, now on this chart here, this is a higher tick chart than the one I just had up. On this chart here, no zone applies. This is the chart that we take normal system entries and pullbacks off of. This little gray dot is pro indicator's reference point to calculate, and it's where it would have been. We don't take this trade because the market's more likely to go back up. So what does that tell me I can do? Well, I missed an EET short. I could take an EET long, couldn't I? If I don't want to take a short NSE, because I think the market's going to go back up, I could take an EET long and get right back in there on the long side. And in this case, my entry would be 83.50 if it were to signal. Okay, so really showing you a lot on these videos. So really giving you a full taste of what my system does, what it doesn't do, and so you can see it live. So let's see if we get an EET long signal. If we do, we're going to take it long at 83.50. It'll have a 4-tick stop loss if we're filled, hopefully make 4 ticks off the trade and be done. So there's a lot of opportunity, and sometimes, it takes time. There we go. 83.50, we're in. Stop loss is 82.50. oh, I'm risking 4 ticks on the trade to make 4 ticks. There's sometimes, you've got to learn when you're learning my system. There's all these little nuances. Well, should I take an EET? Should I take a pullback trade? I teach you when to do it, teach you when not to take certain trades, but it takes practice. Okay, this is high, fast-paced trading. This is, the you're right at the summit of trading right here. When you're taking tick charts and tick data and you're trading off of it, you're right there. Okay, it's fast moving. It's actually not all that fast moving today, but it does get a lot faster. So day trading for a living is a great career, but it requires you to think. You've got to be ready. You've got to know the system. You got to know the setups. You got to know what to do when you lose. You got to know what to do when you win, and you've got to be able to react. And you've got to be able to react responsibly with the discipline. You cannot react out of emotion. If we were to have taken a losing trade and you say, "Oh man, I don't want to lose another trade. I got to do this." You don't chase trade. It's all about calm, cool, and collective. That's been the old saying for years and years, and that still holds true. So um, that's what it's all about. Okay, same thing. We hit our profit. We weren't filled. This is the second time today this has happened. Hopefully, we'll get filled. If not, well, we'll jump out even again. I mean, I'm not always all that happy about even trades. Sometimes you'll just get a couple break even trades, and an undisciplined or new trader may say, well, gosh, maybe I shouldn't move that stop loss. Maybe because every time I do it, it seems like it's stopped out. Well, if it just happens once or twice, that's not every time. It's going to happen to you. It's going to happen to me. Really, it's all based on once I have a winner in the bank, I don't want to lose. Okay, it's just a matter of getting filled. So we were filled finally. So we had pretty interesting morning. We had a pullback trade. All right, let's pull that over. And it never hit target. Well, it did hit target. We didn't get filled. Then we had a canceled pullback trade. Then we had a great little short EET trade that we tried to get filled on. We didn't. And then we said, well, hey, we're avoiding normal system entries. Why? Because we're expecting the market to turn around and go back up. This is why we don't take NSEs. An NSE is my bread and butter trade. But during no zone, it loses its probability. And sure enough, it went back up. So what did I do? I used another tool in my arsenal, the early entry technique, and grabbed it to the long side for a quick one and done, calculating on the fact that the market should turn around and either go sideways or turn back around, but there's enough room in there for me to grab my profit off the EET. And that's exactly what happened. So we're still in no zone. So we still have not seen the first NSE out of no zone, but that's okay. We got our EET, we made our profit, and we're done for the day. So that's July 22nd. Let's go ahead and wrap it up, and thanks for watching.